Okay, now the final tutorial is the more advanced part. So obviously we've got one cube here with obviously one letter. Now to draw further letters going down in perspective, they're going to get smaller the further away they go. So the first thing we need to figure out is the center of our cube here. So obviously I've got 5 cubes there, I've got the center point here. So from there to there, that's the center of the edge. So from that bottom corner to there, this is a bit confusing, bear with me. I'm going to draw a very faint line up to there until it hits the top line of that bit there. That's where I know where the edge of my cube is. Now I'm going to draw a line going straight down, parallel to that edge there. That is my next cube. Now I'm going to follow all the same patterns here. I'm going to draw a line here going back, like so. That's the top of my next cube, like so there. That line at the back corner there is going to go straight down. It's just the edge, just behind that letter A there. And as you can see, I've got my next cube over here. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the letter A. So first thing I'm going to figure out is where my center point is. I'm going to do this really quickly because I've already done it on the last video. Straight up there, that's the center. I'm going to find the center of that bit there to get my next. Hard to see, there we go. That there. The center over here, again another X to find where the center of the next part is. I explained this a little bit better on the last video, so if you've forgotten or if you're still struggling with it, just go and check on that one. I'm just going to go over these lines now a little bit more bold so I can see them. So I've got my grid here, just like before. Give that a little bit of a clean up. Right, so my grid is now visible on the next one, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing here like I did with my letter A. So now you'll notice obviously the face is a little bit smaller on this cube because it's further away, it's in perspective. I'm going to do 2 more letters. I'll do a C. I'll do the word ace because this is ace. So I'll do a letter C here. It's a nice, quick, simple one to do. Same method of creating as we've done before. There's my letter C there. I'm happy with that. Bottom of my C I can see, so I'm going to send that back like so. The rest of it I can't really see. The top of it, I'm going to line out where that is there and where that is there. And that's where my curve is going to go at the back behind there. Yep, AC, and then the exact same thing for my final one. Mark out where the bottom bit is there. Going to do another line up like so. Straight down, that's where my final cube is. And you'll notice this is a really small cube, so it's a lot quicker to do, but it's a little bit harder to see. The smaller it gets, the more difficult it gets to put detail on. But let's see if we can pull this off. Let's see what I can do here. That's why I said, you know, stick to 3 letters as they start to get. I mean, by all means, if you want to do more letters, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just telling you, it's going to be a bit hard to do anything more than 3, unless you're doing it on some massive bit of A3 paper. Right, so that one goes to there. Wow, this is really hard to see now. And that one goes to there. Right, so I'm going to get them really nice and dark, so when I go over with my rubber in a minute. Yeah, see right at the end of that letter C there, that last square is almost a matter of millimeters thick. Right, let's go over this with the rubber now. Right, so I can just about see my grid there. I'm now going to do my letter E, same creating method as we have done in all previous lessons. I'm following the lines on my grid. produce my letter E in, this time 2-point perspective. And there it is. The top of my E is very square, so that's actually very easy for the top bit there. I just square that off and I'm done. That's perfectly fine. A little bit tricky now at the back of the E because that edge goes back there. As for these corners, each one of those is going to go to the vanishing point here and tuck behind the letter. That bit there and that bit there. Right, now let me check that there. You can see now that is my 3 letters all done in 2-point perspective using the crating method. And that's the final step on the tutorial. That's the third and most advanced part. If you get all the way here, absolutely fantastic. Upload it, I would love to see it. Again, I've got the 3 different tutorials on here as your dirt activity. Whichever one of those 3 that you need to improve and work on, it's entirely up to you. I would like to see some improvement, at least on one of the 3 of those. If you can do all 3, then all the better. But this is one of the most advanced techniques that you'll do on here. 2-point perspective lettering. Have a go. Let me see how you've all done.